So on the 12th of Jan, just a quick catch up to let you know what I'm doing so far. Probably do these every couple of weeks or something. Right, this is in the shed. These are the shallots. As you can see, them drawing to the light. So I turned them round. They've been kept frost free, luckily. And these are watered now. Obviously at rainwater, greenhouse temperature. All sorted. Let's looked after them. Right, greenhouse. This is the cold end of the greenhouse. Up this end, as you can see, I've got a bit of protection around the pots as well. So I've got a blueberry, which is a pink sapphire. That's for our little one. That's a new one that's come out. Anything that a new fruit that comes out, if it fruits for our show, then I'll buy it, which is one of them. That was a spare autumn raspberry. That was a cutting I took end of last year, grapevine, just coming through off my grapevine. Right, canners, they've just tried to spurt now, as you can see, but they've been kept frost free and dry from putting them down for over winter. Right, that end there is my warm end of the greenhouse. This is got a heater in, obviously, and that's kept at 50. Oh, nurse, one of me lemons just fell off. If you can come and sort me out, thank you. So these been flogged at Lidl last week, $1.99 each. I thought them will do. A bit of colour for the kitchen. So I've got to pot them on. Next pot size up, found them out, give them a good clean the pots because they got to go in the kitchen. Compost I'm using. There's clover compost in there with a bit of vermiculite mixed in, but I'm going to add all the ingredients as well. Right, to stop the compost coming out of the holes at the bottom of the pots, paper on the bottom. Still drying my seaweed out in the... Right, I need some of my own compost. That's going to be the best growing medium. Lid off. We've had some -4s and there's still activity there, so my method of composting even over winter. All I'm going down is a hand fork depth. You see activity on the top and there's loads of activity coming out, so I know I'm doing the right thing. I want to go down a bit further than that because I've still got lumps in the top. So I've gone down about a foot and I've just brought out one dollop there. Put everything back in and firm it back down again so I haven't got a gap. So that lot's going into the greenhouse. All I'm doing now is picking out the worms. If I was top dressing a raised bed, then I'd leave the worms in. But if I'm growing something on, potting something on, use it as a growing medium, I want the worms out. Picked out, that lot's going in my bowl. There's quite a few worms still on that plate. The dish, I took about 12 off with my finger. Then back in the tray, now they're going back in the compost heap. Put them on the top, spread them out. Then put the carpets back in. Perfect. Lid goes back on, put them back to bed. Luckily we should have less frost now. Right, growing medium, I'm going to up them out with a bit of grit. Also underneath, one of my compost ingredients, which is leaf mould, which is perfect stuff. Get it in there. This is a similar to mix when I'm potting on my canners or splitting them, but that's beautiful stuff. There's still lumps in there, but don't forget the lumps will hang on to moisture, warmth and oxygen, which is what the roots want. Right, I know this is going to be pot bound before I even took the chap out. Exactly the same as when I used to grow the leeks and onions, potting them on. Open the roots up at the bottom so they don't start going round the pot. If you don't, they will do. So that's opened up. I want that pot the same level in my other pot, which I've gone done there. Fill him up. Take your pot out. You got your mould. Bung your new one in there. So them roots round the outside now will be pushed in with the compost, or buried I should say, with the compost I'm putting on the outside. Like so. Right, that's one done. Looking good so far. These two are watered with a greenhouse temperature at 50. This is rainwater. not too bad outside. Well, I'm not going to be outside for long anyway. So luckily I've got in the greenhouse power up there, so I've got my kettle. And there's a tea bag in there as well, but I've got my bottle there, which is at 60 degrees, so that's good. So it's just the end, there's put my door on, bamboo cane, just to keep the heat in that end. And there we am, put them in the kitchen for the gaffer, keep the peace for a bit. Right, I'll do another one in about a week or two, everything I'm doing on that week, or whenever. Cheers.